Get ready to be blown away by the incredible firepower and mind-blowing speed of the American M134 Minigun, a weapon so insane. The ultimate incarnation of heavy weaponry is about to be unleashed, so be ready for an amazing exhibition of firepower. Structure and function. To the untrained eye, the M134 Minigun is merely a massive assemblage of barrels and ammunition canisters. This extraordinary weapon, though, is an engineering marvel. The 6 rotating barrels of the minigun are powered by an electric motor to create a Gatling-style mechanism that allows the weapon to fire. A staggering 6,000 rounds per minute can be fired because of the rotating barrels, which each chamber and fire a bullet in fast succession. This rate of fire can be changed from a moderate and controlled burst to a devastating barrage of bullets, according to the tactical requirements of the task. Force is opened up. The M134 minigun's devastating firepower is its most impressive feature. This weapon is adaptable to a wide range of situations because of its ability to fire not just normal 7.62mm NATO bullets, but also a specialist armor-piercing or high-explosive rounds. The minigun can be installed to a helicopter, ground vehicle, or naval vessel, and its barrage of bullets can change the tide of combat in its user's favor. Repercussions for military activities. The M134 minigun has been an indispensable weapon in a wide variety of wars over the years. Cover for ground troops, suppressing enemy positions, and protecting against several aerial threats are all made easier by their capacity to saturate the battlefield with an overwhelming volume of fire. Because of its usefulness, the minigun has been used in special forces missions, where its small size and high rate of fire make it an invaluable tool in close quarters combat. Security and management. The M134 minigun's unparalleled firepower is equaled only by the difficulty of controlling its insane rate of fire. Overheating can diminish precision and even cause faults, thus exercising skillful and disciplined management is essential. Therefore, well-trained and experienced operators are necessary for the weapon to function effectively and safely. The minigun, or M134 Gatling gun, is a devastating American heavy scatter weapon famed for its lightning-fast rate of fire. The weapon fires a barrage of bullets with lightning speed, making it useful in a wide range of conflicts. Miniature ammunition and MM762 ammunition can both be used in the minigun. The maximum capacity is 500 rounds when loaded with mini ammunition, and 345 rounds when using MM762 ammunition. The minigun's large magazine makes it an effective fighting weapon, allowing for continuous fire without the need for frequent reloading. The minigun is primarily employed by the military for a variety of purposes, such as dealing with threats like the AH-64 helicopters and tanks, as well as bringing down formidable foes, including bosses. It is highly sought after in fierce battle scenarios due to its adaptability and devastating firepower. The armaments division of General Electric, General Dynamics, agreed to take on the challenge. The GD team shrank the M61 Vulcan and tweaked it to make the M134 minigun, a smaller rotary cannon. Rotary weapons are more durable than single-barrel machine guns since each barrel only shoots once every turn. The M61 weighed more than 600 pounds, while the M134 was small and lightweight enough to be placed on airplanes and other light vehicles. Since Vietnam, the M134 has undergone numerous modifications to fit a wide range of military vehicles. The M134 was used by door gunners on UH-60 Black Hawk and MH-47 Chinook helicopters during the global war on terror to effectively fend off hostile forces during troop insertions and extractions. During amphibious operations, the US Navy's SWCC operators, who crew special warfare combatant crafts, would also equip their vessels with miniguns. The minigun. Why such a strange name? The M134 has been given the nickname minigun by the general public in order to differentiate it from the M61, another GE-designed weapon system with similar capabilities. Both the M61 and the M134 employ a 6-barreled rotary firing system. However, the M134 is notably smaller due to its design. The M61 Vulcan has a longer barrel and can shoot heavier bullets than the M134. Because of its diminutive size compared to the M61, the M134 is classified as a minigun. The M61 Vulcan is a rotating cannon, as is its common name. The M134 minigun used by the United States military goes under a few distinct names. The Army uses the designations M134 and XM196 for their variants, while the Air Force names theirs the GAU-2BA and the Navy calls theirs a GAU-17A. Can you tell me the M134 minigun's caliber? The minigun features a 4,000 round magazine and uses the 7.62 by 51mm NATO cartridges, as stated by Dillon Aero, one of our 4 gun manufacturers supplying M134s to the US military. Smaller American weapons like the M14 marksman rifle, M60 machine gun, and M40 sniper rifle all use these bullets as their standard ammo. How fast does the M134 minigun fire? The M134 minigun can discharge 50 rounds per second, for a total of 3,000 rounds per minute. When compared to the M240 machine gun, Dillon Aero claims that its newest minigun variant, the M134D, can fire 4 rounds in the same amount of time that it takes to fire just one. The M134 minigun's fast rate of fire makes it a potent suppressive fire weapon, particularly against large groupings of concealed targets. Is a minigun M134 legal for private ownership? The National Firearms Act makes available to law-abiding residents the right to purchase any fully automatic firearm manufactured before 1986. However, additional considerations determine whether or not a citizen can legally acquire a minigun. If you want to legally own an M134 in the state of Massachusetts, for instance, you will need a machine gun license. Firearms instructors approved by the local police training committee and law-abiding gun collectors are the only people who can apply for a license like this. Why is it referred to as a minigun? Miniguns get their name from their diminutive size compared to their ancestor weapon, the Gatling gun. The M61 Vulcan, which fires a 20mm Vulcan cartridge, is one such Gatling gun. Rifling ammunition like 7.62 NATO and 5.56 NATO is commonly used in miniguns. The name minigun seems odd. The rotating barrel 20mm M61 Vulcan cannon was resized by General Electric designers for 7.6251mm ammunition to produce a weapon with a higher and more dependable rate of fire, hence the name minigun. How about a faster firing weapon than a minigun? Shower of metal. That's 1,000,000 bullets every minute, enough to obliterate anything in its path. The M134 minigun would need 2.5 minutes to discharge as many rounds as a metal storm gun can fire in a single round. Why don't soldiers have miniguns? So why don't soldiers have miniguns? They go through ammunition so quickly that you need a dozen people per gun just to carry the heavy, even in 5.56 ammunition. Plus, they require an equally hefty battery pack or something equivalent to get the barrel spinning. In the United States, miniguns are illegal? Absolutely legitimate, and grenades themselves are perfectly legal if they contain no explosives. How much does it cost to fire a minigun for 10 seconds, both in bullets and money? The M134 minigun is a beast, with the ability to fire between 2,000 and 6,000 7.62 51mm NATO rounds per minute. In the USA, minigun ownership is legal. Does firing a minigun for 12 seconds cost $400,000? No, it wouldn't be able to shoot fast enough to justify that price tag, even at its maximum rate of fire of 6,000 rounds per minute. Perhaps they plan to buy guns and fire at targets. As a minigun never claimed to life, 3 civilians were shot and killed by Mexican Marines in a border city in 2018. According to a recent human rights report, the Marines were using a helicopter-mounted minigun capable of firing 3,000 rounds per minute inappropriately. Who makes the most badass firearm, if any? The AK-47 assault rifle is among the most iconic weapons of the 12th century. There may be as many as 100 million AK-47s in circulation by the early 21st century, since the weapon was embraced by numerous guerrilla, militant, and revolutionary forces. What do you name a minigun used to hunt down prey? Blaine Cooper's Old Plainless was a portable M134 minigun that he utilized during a rescue mission in Guatemala in 1987. Blaine made effective use of the weapon during the attack on the guerrilla base, killing multiple Guatemalan insurgents. How much do miniguns weigh? The minigun is a 6-barrel electric machine gun that weighs 36 pounds. It is listed as the M13-411 in the Army, the GAU-2BA in the Air Force, and the GAU-17A in the Navy. In the United States military's inventory, it can fire up to 6,000 rounds per minute and is incredibly lightweight and reliable. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you want to watch more videos like this.